It's always good to try it yourself.
This is Time for Marketing, the marketing podcast that will tell you everything you've missed when you didn't attend the marketing conference. Hello and welcome to the episode number 9 of the Time for Marketing podcast. As always, my name is Peter and we have another excellent guest from another excellent conference. We'll give you the summation of an excellent presentation from Brighton SEO. And as always, before we begin talking to our guest, I would like to invite you that you subscribe to this podcast and listen to all of the episodes that we've presented in the past. We just had excellent speakers from Bing in the previous episode, or of course Ren Fishkin was with me on the podcast. So maybe you should go and check out a couple of the previous episodes. And as promised, we moved a bit away from search engine optimization, as we talked about that in the last 3 episodes, and moved into search engine optimization on Amazon. So we moved from search on Google to search in Amazon, and I'm very glad that I have with me today Prabhat Shah. He is the marketplace consultant at Day to Day EBIT. Prabhat, hello, and how are you doing?
Hi, Peter. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for inviting.
Excellent. You're very welcome. So you had a very nice presentation at Brighton SEO. Was this the first time where you were on that conference?
I believe it's the second time. I did the first one a few years ago. So yeah, this is the second time on the presentation wise.
The same for me, and I'm always the conference is excellent, but also the town of Brighton is really nice. And this year we had excellent weather, so we were, the day after you had the workshops, I was able to go with my girlfriend and have a beer on the
Yeah,
beach, and that was in September, so that was really awesome, right?
yeah. Usually September minute you can't really predict to be a nice weather as such, but it's been
Mm.
really good this time. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I remember a couple of years ago, I had to walk around with an umbrella and with bad wind, and it was very foggy, so very English-y, as I imagine English weather. But this time it was much, much better.
Yeah.
Um, you are the marketplace consultant. So what does that mean? What do you do in your work? And yeah, what do you do?
Okay, absolutely. So I work primarily with Amazon and eBay sellers, so they are marketplaces, and I've been working with marketplace sellers for the last 10 years, and my day-to-day job involves optimizing the listings and also managing the advertising side of Amazon. So these two are the main things. But apart from that, there is growth consulting in basis of within the UK or abroad that falls as a part of the job. So it's a very simple job, to be honest, Peter.
Hmm. I'm not really sure about that, but we'll see. So, if I understand that right, you are somehow an agency that helps people sell more and better on Amazon and eBay or other marketplaces. Is that right?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So what we do is with anybody who seeks help, we work with them on a long-term basis, and also we create a growth strategy for a business. So depending on if you are already selling online or you are a startup, we create a set of actions that we progress every month with, and we deliver the result. And I think what from pretty much last few years we are working with a lot of sellers, and we are really confident in what we do, and we've been delivering good results, so to say, and people love it.
All right. Excellent. So, as mentioned, you had the presentation on Brighton SEO on Amazon SEO tools, as you called it, tools that you wouldn't want to avoid. Could you sum up your presentation and tell us what are the Amazon SEO tools that people shouldn't be avoiding?
Yeah, so there were primarily 11 tools I brought up during the Brighton SEO presentation. And some of them, to go through them very quickly, is to start with Sonar tool, which is free tool to use, and it allows you to find out the keywords that people are searching on Amazon. And also, interestingly, it allows you to do a reverse async search. So if you have a competitors on mind, and if you look through their product and you can see their async, which is Amazon's ID of any product, and if you plug that async onto Sonar Tools, it will throw you a list of keywords that's ranking that particular product. So before you even write a content, you can look through them and optimize the content in the best way possible. And also there are other tools like, for example, Selix, which is mother of Sonar Tools, that helps you manage your PPC advert, but also it will help you see which keyword is ranking which of your products really quickly and easily. The reason it does it because it's linked into your Amazon account, and the result will be a lot quicker. It tells you whether any keyword is ranking your product in page number one, page number two, or any other pages. Similarly, when we go towards a paid side of things, it allows you to look into what are the keywords that customers are typing without downloading. Then moving on to other tools like, for example, feedback management or reviews management, which is critical to be a success on Amazon, because reviews definitely help you on the ranking of the product, and tools like Excel could help you get that increased number of reviews. Then we talked about Amazon Scout, which is again, it's a Chrome extension, and it helps you find out what are the keywords um, that's ranking on Amazon, and also it gives you estimated search volume. Then we talked about Splitly, which is an interesting one because on we know on there are Optimizely for websites that you can do A/B testing. With Amazon, the Splitly allows you to test few elements of it. It's not only titles. You can test whether two different titles work or two different search keywords works, or even images has an impact on the sales. Then moving on to, we talked about Helium 10, which gives you a similar level of understanding like Sona. So it gives you search term ideas for what people are searching. But with these search terms, the added advantage on Helium 10 is that it gives you exact phrase match volume and also broad match search volume, which Sona does not give. So you can make a better decision based on that. Then other one, which is keywordtool.io, which is a very popular one for any other platforms as well, like eBay or Google side. It gives you auto instant results. And this can be really useful, one, to get some keywords idea, and also it to get some product ideas as well. It can be really helpful. Then we talked about AMZ Data Studio, which is really interesting because it allows you to look into a competitor's um, backend keywords or hidden keywords. So you just plug in your competitor's ASIN onto it, and which is supposed to be hidden, which is actually hidden. When you search it, you can't actually see it. It displays that exact keywords what they're ranking. So the idea is, if you could look into two or three of your very close competitor product and look into their reverse async, you can find what's making them successful. So that can save you loads of time trial and error. So it's not cheap, but it's worth looking into. Then there is a free version of AMZ Data Studio, we talked about, which is a keyword indexing tool, Chrome extension. And on this one, you can check whether any keywords that's indexing your product or not. We do a lot of work on SEO optimization within within Amazon, and when we work on it, we are not sure whether your keywords that you've plugged into your backend of the keywords or content that's working or not. So on this tool, simply we plug in our AC number, our keywords, and then it will get results saying whether it's indexing your keywords or not. You can do bulk uploads as well on this one, so you can do multiple keywords at the same time. Then we talked about Jungle Scout uh, keywords, so which is web applications for various other things, like for example, trying to find whether your product um, is is worth the investment. It gives you a revenue estimate, but also it recently built up a keyword tool that will actually tell you whether you how much your keyword are being searched on Amazon. Plus, it gives you some bid estimate as well, which is really interesting. From what I understand at the moment, it's into the US market only, the data that's it's showing. So watch out for an update for the UK one. I've not seen recently the UK version yet. So at the last, we talked about misspelling checker, which is from Helium 10. And that talks about giving you a result which is not automatically indexed by Amazon or automatically indexed by Amazon. The idea is if you are able to find keywords that is not automatically corrected by Amazon, you can either pay for it or use that as a keyword in the hidden search terms. If there are misspellings already corrected by Amazon, there is no point of optimizing content based on that. So we concluded we're talking to with Helium 10, and these tools definitely help you make progress on your optimizing the content or paid ads, so to say. And I've used multiple of them throughout the last few years, and they generally have got a positive result on that. So I thought it's good to put them together and for everyone to know.
All right, excellent. That was a great list of tools. I'll try to get them all together and add them to the show notes so when I publish the podcast, so it's going to be easier for people to find them. I'm sort of an SEO guy, a Google SEO guy, and I must say I didn't really know that there's so many tools out there when people go to Amazon. So the first question that I have about Amazon is, if I'm a new company in UK, how would you help me decide where should I start? Should I start with Facebook advertising? Should I start with Google advertising, or should I start on Amazon?
Now the answer it depends. Now I'm not trying to give a diplomatic answer, but it depends what your target is. Amazon advertising is good in a sense because people are going to Amazon to buy your product, whereas the intent on other search area may not be exactly the buy now, which is why we see the conversion rate really high on Amazon advertising compared to anything else, and also the cost of conversion can get really really low. You can in some products. I was going to say easily, but I'd like to take the word off. It may not be in time. You can get your cost of conversion below 10%. On an average, 5 to 6% of any particular product.
All right.
Yeah, so I've working on Amazon for a long time, so I'd like to be biased towards Amazon.
And how big it sounds on one hand, again, comparing it to Google SEO, it's sort of a thing that you can do yourself. And if you are really a curious person, you can go and find everything on the internet. It seems that Amazon can be similar. I understand, of course, that there comes a time when you need help. Uh, do you when How big should the company be when they should start looking for someone to help them with Amazon? A company like yours, is it okay for smaller companies to do it by themselves, or do you think that even from the beginning they should find and seek help?
Okay, I think personally it's always good to try it yourself. The reason I say it is because you see actually how much work involved on optimizing the content or creating a content. Then at the second stage, once you start trialing and you see, okay, it may be that you need some external help for a period of time, then you seek external help. So even if you are a startup, I see people who are just starting up, and also I see people who's gone down the line of trading on Amazon for a few years. So it really depends how much time you have on your hand, I
Hmm.
think.
Hmm.
If you got enough time to work on it, experiment on it, no, fair do. Try it yourself, do it yourself. But if your time is better spent on sourcing the product, managing the customer service or finding the new product to sell, I think you have better time spent on that side and allow an external body to do the job on the optimization bit. Because you will get a proven result on that side.
Okay, maybe a sort of a different question. The reviews on Amazon, how problematic are fake or spam, not spam reviews, fake reviews, reviews that are paid for or are made with a point in mind? Do you often see such reviews? Do you have to work? Do you have to deal with them, or is Amazon really good doing dealing with them itself?
For me, I've not dealt for any client to look at fake reviews, but I've heard of client complaining that others are doing fake reviews and can you help? And I've never done one, I've got to say.
Hmm.
But also, it's too risky to even go towards it. The larger problems, I still see a lot of people doing it, but the risk involved is account suspension. And Amazon have already removed lots and lots of fake reviews, which I know of. Looking at some of the competitors' product, we see, but I think it's getting really clever on how it tracks the fake reviews, because it's questioning the Amazon trust part of Amazon itself, and I think Amazon will not take that uh,
Hmm.
more
Hmm.
seriously. Um, so what I would say is, if you are looking to gain the reviews, uh, it's better to put system in place, which is the loss leader approach. Could be lightning deals, could and then follow the customers through email messaging. And that may be it's a long-winded, but it will help you on that. If you are a
Hmm.
brand and if you're selling on vendor, you can get Amazon Vine involved. I know that's expensive, and you may think it's £500 for per product, but that's worth investing, uh, given the retail price of the product is right. Um, yeah, so that's what I'd like to say about review side of
All
things.
right. Completely different question. Amazon is slowly coming to Slovenia. We're hoping it's coming to Slovenia.
Nice.
We have been hoping for a couple of years, so we'll get there eventually. But I
Yeah,
myself am an SEO, and maybe I'm slowly getting bored with Google optimization. It sort of sounds that optimization on Amazon is similar to doing it in Google. You have to do keyword research, then you have to optimize the landing page, and you have to understand all of the nitty gritty of how to what is important and what not. And at the end of the day, you track the rankings. Is having a SEO background a
absolutely.
positive thing for being an Amazon consultant or not?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a positive thing. Um, Being already good experience with Google, but sometimes too much knowledge could
Mhm.
be a difficult one. Um, so with Amazon, it's very, very simple and very structured. So you have to have a certain a level of title characters, certain level of uh, key features characters, and there is a structure to it, and there is less secret to it, as I understand. Um, from I hear a lot of people talking various things and various ways of doing it, but I've kept it simple for the past few years. And whatever you do with the content, if there is no
Mm,
conversion,
mm.
it's not going to work. So that is a slightly different perspective from Google, I believe, because your conversion will always supersede any other terms of
Right.
ranking.
Yeah. And in
If
Google,
you've
we
got a
don't
higher
have that. Yeah,
conversion,
that's true.
and yeah, yeah, yeah. So if you have good conversion rate on your product, that will always help you on the ranking, the product assets, and all these tools that will just aid you towards what else you could do in a hidden system sort of thing.
Mm.
Um, yeah. So it will be when I think you are ready for it, with regards to um,
Yeah,
Amazon
yeah.
optimizations.
Excellent. And this sounds like a good ending sentence of if you have a good product and a lot of conversions, then you're going to be good on Amazon. Thank you very much, Prabhat, for being the guest on the podcast. It was really awesome, and I'll say this again into the live recording. My girlfriend was on your workshop on the first day of Brighton SEO, so on the thing that is really expensive, 500-600 euros, and was really, really impressed and can't stop talking about that. So you are an amazing you were an amazing
Thank you.
speaker there, and you were very nice here, and that
Thank you. Thank you.
people should know that.
Thank you.
Thank you, and have a
Absolutely.
great
Thank you very much.
evening, and bye bye.